Hey, what's going on, guys? Khordmaster here. So in today's video, we are taking a look at Koala Sampler's brand new update that just came out on March 11th, 2022. So let's take a look at the different features that we have in this update. First thing, it says this update is dedicated to Stormbeats. I'm not sure who Stormbeats is yet. I'm gonna have to look that person up, but shout out to Stormbeats. So the first one is Note Repeat keyboard with modulatable pitch or volume and a free unsynced mode. Next is Mute Solo is enabled in extras, which I'm very excited about. Next one is you can now map most sample controls. So for those of you with the MIDI controller that you use with Koala, this will be really helpful. Next is keyboard now supports velocity on the Y-axis. Next one is that the piano roll, you know I'm a piano guy, is full screen, giving you a bit more space to play those notes. Next up is record latch, so you can swipe up now on a pad to enable record latch on as opposed to pressing and holding, which is I think pretty major because sometimes you want to have one pad performing or reacting one way and the different pad reacting a different way. And then last but not least, certainly not least, is many fixes and tweaks. So let's take a look at these updates and see what's going on here. All right, guys, let's do it. So the first one here says Note Repeat keyboard with modulatable pitch or volume and free unsynced mode. Let's take a look at that. So let's go to sequencer. Let's hit this drop down, which is new, and let's go to Note Repeat. So previously, of course, we have our grid, we have our keyboard, now we have Note Repeat. So let's take a look at how this works. So I might even consider coming out of here for a second and just go into like this sound, for example. So you press and hold. So you have that ability, right? And this snaps to 4, 8, 16, 32, or 64. If you hit triplets, let's see here. So that's fire. So let's go back here. Let's turn snap off. So as you can see, within 16, that changes depending on how far to the left or right we go, which is dope. Everything is dope to me. Now let's go here and let's take pitch. And so now, so still left and right can change the speed, and then we can change our semitone. And this little wheel at the bottom lets us say if we want 3 octaves. Let's see. That's so cool. Fire. And you can change to a different scale. That's so cool. So you have that ability to change pitch. What about velocity? Let's turn snap back off. So how loud something gets, cool. So you have pitch and velocity. So there's a lot, as you probably can see, that you can do with this that you really weren't able to do before. Of course, you had the stutter feature over here, but now you can stutter essentially something that is pad specific, which I think is really incredible. So that's the first feature. I'm looking forward to seeing people use this more and kind of share their take, you know, on sort of what this can possibly do, which is so cool. Next thing, let me show you guys this. So say if we have something going like this, I'm gonna take a look at this Mute Solo enable in extras. So let's actually go to extras first and go to here in settings. As you can see, show Mute Solo. Now from here, if I have a pattern going, I can hold mute or hold solo and press one of the one of the keys here or the pads here, and I can mute or solo a specific pad, which I think is major for performance. So check this out. So that's cool, and then the same exact thing works with solo. So let's see. So I just want you to be aware. So it looks like the solo button is toggle and mute is not, which makes sense. So you're going to press and hold mute, press any of the pads, and it'll mute that pad. And then you, while still pressing and holding, you press that pad again and it'll unmute it. Makes sense. With solo, you're going to press and hold solo, press a pad, and then it sort of creates a pressed state of the solo button, at which point you can press other pads while you're still holding it, or you can just press the solo button and it'll release the solo, for lack of a better word. Let me know if that makes sense. I said solo a lot just now. Anyway, moving on. The next one says can now map most sample controls, e.g. sample, start length, attack, release, tone, etc. So what if we were to go into here and settings and MIDI, use MIDI mapping, map MIDI. Fire. Look at that. So now you can map anything. That's really, 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 really dope. So for those of you with a controller that has, I'm thinking about, so here's my thing, right? So sample start and sample length, I'm so used to, like I got into sampling through Koala Sampler, so I'm so used to doing all this stuff on the touchscreen. Whether or not using dials would be helpful or beneficial for me, I mean, I think it actually might be, because you can probably get things a little bit even more exact. So it'll depend on the person, of course, but just the ability to map everything here, especially the mute and solo stuff down here, is huge, and just another thing that allows us to kind of customize this app to allow it to do what we would like it to do. Because the deal is, guys, like, people do music differently, right? People, you know, have different tastes, have different preferences on how they handle and how they prefer, you know, using their music making equipment. So I think having some ability to make these changes, but not an overwhelming amount, is crucial in order, you know, for the success of an actual app. All right, so next one says keyboard now supports velocity on the y-axis. So that one's pretty easy to display. So we can kind of talk about the piano roll on full screen as well. So I actually don't remember that piano roll wasn't on full screen before, but if he says it, then I believe it. So you can see this on the entire screen now, which is so cool. And let's unlock, and you can obviously still, this stuff you can do before, but you can, you know, change and then you can lock it. And so let's see, let's go here. So this right now lets us hit velocity. So let's come over here. So no matter where we hit, let's lock it. It's the same volume, same velocity. Now if you press this, and you can tell that it's in a different state, because look, it gets a little bit darker at the top. And the higher you hit, just like on a piano, if you hit it with the same velocity at the top, because of the anchor point, you're gonna get a lower velocity, which is which is cool. I'm not sure exactly if I would use it or not, but it's nice to have, that's for sure. And then, like I mentioned, the full screen of the piano roll, which is great. And then last thing I want to talk about is the record latch, so you can swipe up on a pad. So this is really cool. Yeah, so there's some really, really great features in this latest version, this latest update. So I'm super, super excited about this. And I believe this app is just going to continue to get better and better this year, as it has in the past several years. And I'm just excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to, you know, be able to curate the Koala Sampler Instagram. For those of you who don't know, I'm helping Mark out, Marek. I'm helping Marek, sorry, out with that. And yeah, it's just it's an exciting time to be an iOS, specifically a Koala Sampler fan. So yeah, really excited about this. Last one, record latch. So let's go into settings and let's go to general and let's leave hold to record on. So what's cool about this is now you can press and hold. Testing, mic check 1 2 3. 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 I don't know why I just said that, and that was pretty basic. I don't know why I just said that, and that was pretty basic. Okay. Now, what you can see is if you press and hold and slide up, it now is set to record on Latch, which is, I think, again, very, 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 very smart to have this, because now I can let go and tap it. I shouldn't say let go. I can tap it. I wasn't touching it just now. I was actually, you know, move my hands back, and it was recording with that latch thing. Hold and slide up. Hold and slide up. Hold and so that's really, really great. Awesome job with this update. Hope you guys enjoyed as much as I am, and go make some dope music. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. If this is your first time on the channel, consider subscribing for more content like this. And let me know in the comments below what your favorite of these features, which one is the one that you're the most excited about. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day and happy beat making. Peace.